Let's see if I can make this a little bit clearer. I don't know what's going on here. Hi there. I am going to give an update. Gonna get an update for I think this might be week number 9. Let me just double check. So, okay. So it's not what I want either. I don't know what's going on. What's going on? I wanna just... All right. Anyway, I believe this is for I can't, for some reason it's not letting I can't go back into my other screen. It's taking longer than what I think it should take. I'm gonna minimize this. So this is an update. Let's see here. Okay, thank you. I get to it. Week number 8. So, everything's been going. This is my reflection. I've had some issues with just kind of navigating, not so much navigating Figma, but just the computers I've been using. So um, there was a couple of, well, like for instance, everything's been going fine. I thought I was getting the hang of it on Figma, and I just was coming right along, and then I was running into these like interruptions or hiccups or whatever you want to call it, and I would do a video of what I was running into, then I would post it on Slack, to Edwin and my other colleagues, and it was like I could understand why I wasn't able to, like, maybe for instance, give you an example. I don't like the way this is coming in and out, this zooming in and out. I could have sworn that I cleaned my camera. Anyway, um, what's going on here? There we go. It's weird. So, like I was trying to, add some shapes to my screen or to my frame, and it wasn't letting me. And I had selected, I was doing everything correctly. I don't know, but I got very frustrated, and I just kind of sent Edwin a message, and I said, you know what, I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it was the Wi-Fi. I don't know if it was my Mac. Because subsequently I would go onto my Dell, which is a newer model, and everything was fine. I was able to, create a frame, move objects into the frame, do X, Y, and Z, text or types and all that kind of text and all that kind of stuff. But then when I was trying to like go back into my work and like start where I left off, I just wasn't having any luck, and I was very frustrated. And I was like, "What am I doing wrong here?" And Ellie is very good. She's got graphic design background. She's very amazing. And then Edwin, of course, he's got a lot of skills too. And then there's me. I would say this much, that um, I've come a long ways since last quarter, which would have been, winter quarter 2026. But I just ran into this wall, and I was like, so I kept, I was at work doing my homework, doing my lunch. I get an hour lunch, and just seems like even an hour lunch just takes up like one, it's just not enough. Especially when I run into these things that are happening. And I felt like, is it the Wi-Fi? Because Swedish has really bad Wi-Fi. Like their Wi-Fi is sucks. But then because I would bring both of my laptops to work. So I have a Mac that's a little bit older. It's a 2022 model, and I have a new Dell, which is top of the scale, and it's 2025 or whatever. So the things I'm complaining about that I was working on my Mac, when I would go over to my Dell, it would be fine. So example, I would, create a new frame, place objects, no problem whatsoever, be able to expand my objects, whatever. For some reason, on my Mac, I wasn't able to do that. And then I spoke to Edwin about it, and he said, well, you need to make sure that this and this and this is selected. I did all of that. And to prove that, I actually did a video, and then I posted it on the Slack, that we have a little Slack channel that we post our stuff to, because I'm like, what is going on here? And I was very frustrated. I'm like, I'm kind of over this because I've got some great ideas, but like I can't do them because I've got these interruptions. Um, so that is my reflection. I don't it's just been really frustrating. We're here, we're at the end of the quarter. So, Edwin has been very gracious to let me know that, if I can't finish my portion of the website, then him and Ellie will take over. Do I like that idea? No, I don't, because, Ellie's got work, she's got homework from the other classes. And Edwin, he works outside of the school. And I don't want to be like the weakest link, but it's like, I feel like, oh my God, I'm doing everything that has been coached to me to undo these interruptions and these hiccups and all this stuff. But it's like, my computer's not doing what I've been told to do to correct it. So, um, that is like my reflection. And tomorrow's Wednesday. I have to turn in whatever work I have Thursday, and then whatever work is undone from this, Edwin and Ellie will, excuse me, Edwin and Ellie will take over from there. You have to excuse me because some of my medication gives me like a really dry throat, so I'm constantly having to drink something, and it was just really horrible. Anyway, so I don't want that to happen because I don't want to be the weakest link. Because I mean, Edwin gave me this really cool video, a 15-minute Figma video, like crash course. Perfect. I was able to follow everything, and I mean, I felt like my skills increased like dramatically. But then I don't know. So, this is my reflection, and that's all I have for you. Thank you for your time.